Yeah.
Good afternoon. Today we've got Mitesh Patel working with Evosys from 9+ years and currently serving as the regional manager of innovations for ASEAN region. You have been involved in more than 28 different analytics projects in different regions and verticals like healthcare, finance, retail, public sector. Evosys is an Oracle Platinum partner and leading technology company that is growing leaps and bounds each year. It possesses 15 years of rich experience and caters to 1,200 Oracle Cloud customers across 30 countries. So welcome to the program, and let us start with, how do you grow this company? How do you grow the customer base? How do you have so many customers so happy across the world?
Thank you so much, Marek, for the kind words and introduction. Yeah, how do we have so many customers? It's the passion that we have to solve customers' problem. So we try to understand their problem by understanding their business, their core objectives, and then we map our solutions with that. So we don't implement a standard product or standard solutions to the customer, but we always implement objective-wise solution at the customer side, and I think that's the key, and that's how we are gaining trust of 1,200 plus customers.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So obviously, we were talking about how important the data is in a customer engagement. How do you link it to the business outcomes? How do you start the project? So let's start from the beginning of where the data is and what it is and how important it is for your projects.
Data is definitely a very important part of the project. I would say that the clean data is very much important for any project, right? So, because if we don't have data and if we don't have clean data, we might not be able to achieve the objective. So what we generally do, we understand customer problem. So for example, customer says that, okay, I want to get employee count. So we mentioned that, okay, to get the employee count, we need these 5 elements in your data, whether those elements are available, if available, in what form it is available, whether it's a clean element, whether it got certain errors in it, and if it got the error, then what is the solution? So that's the thought process that we put behind the data. But first, yeah, definitely we need to understand customers' objective, and we need to map that whether the right set of data is available to match that objective or not.
So then you were talking about, once you've got the data, obviously you got to use some tools, methodologies. There was the differences between early days on premises to the cloud. Tell us, what are you actually doing?
Yeah, so definitely, whenever we get an objective, it is unlikely that we got the perfect data from customers. Okay, we always need to massage the data. We always need to add more elements on top of it to meet the end objective, right? So we use different kind of tools. The one famous tool is Oracle Data Integrator, which is the ETL tool, right? It allows us to first to connect with 40 plus different databases. So whenever we talk about data analytics project, it's always about multiple data sources, and it is not necessary that all the data sources are same. Some data sources uses Oracle as a database, the other uses as a MS SQL server, MySQL. There are many available in the market, right? So we need to make sure that we choose a tool which supports most number of the data sources available in the market. So we use ODI for that purpose. Within ODI, we can do a lot of transformation. Continue with our employee example, right? If I want to get a gender ratio, how can I get my gender ratio? So definitely I need a gender column in that. And within the gender column, I need to see that whether what kind of values it is having, whether it has M or F, or whether it got male or female full. So for example, it's got M and F, but in my end result, I want male and female as an output. So what ODI allows us, right? ODI allows us to transform this data and write a business rules where we got M, it should transform to male. Where we got F, it should transform to female. And that facility or feature enable us to do much more than the simple business rules. And that is what is important, like in any analytics project.
So in terms of, you were telling me very fast entry in terms of analyzing initial data sets that you have to do in minutes, hours, but not days and weeks. What would you be using for that?
Yeah, so for a quick analysis, right? Whenever we got a data and we do want to do a quick analysis, and as a business users, if I want to do it, right, then we got Oracle Analytics Self-Service. So in Oracle Analytics Self-Service, as a user, I would be able to upload my data. As a user, I would be connect to my data sources, and it automatically gives us the quality or you can say that the key input, key insights of our data, what kind of data is available to us. So for example, if we got a date column in our data, so definitely we need more columns like year, like month, like week, week date, day, what kind of day it is, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, right? So these columns we can derive from a date column, simple date column. So what Oracle Analytics Self-Service enable business users, it automatically suggests that you can build or you can have this kind of column in your data to gain more insights. So for a quick analysis to get an idea in a minute, Oracle Analytics Self-Service is the best tool.
So in terms of need for consolidate, integrate various sources of data quickly, what would you do this in a cloud in?
So definitely we use Oracle Data Integrator, right, which allows us to connect to multiple data sources, which allows us to integrate data sources together and put it into target, which is data warehouse, right? So we do it because this is a continuous process, right? Data is getting generated every day. So we need to make sure that we got updated data every day. So ODI allows us to schedule workflow, which fetches data every day from this data sources and make sure that we got the clean data in our data warehouse.
That's good. Have you using much of speed in terms of machine learning in analytics or in autonomous data warehouse?
Yeah, many times. So the modern day analytics doesn't stop at the statistical information. Users always want actionable insight. How we can get actionable insights? We need data science for that, right? We need machine learning for that. I'll give you one example, that we have implemented in one of our retail customers. So they got a problem called broken inventory, right? Now it's a very famous term in retail vertical. Broken inventory means something is missing in the product line. So for example, if I am in a business where I am selling a fashion items, I am selling sports item, I am selling accessories or utilities for a daily purpose, right? So I need to make sure that I have all the sizes of that particular item, all the colors of that particular item in my stock, so that any of the customer, right? So for example, I step into the store to buy a shoe, and my preference is to buy a shoe number 9, shoe which is having size 9, right? But if I don't get my size, what I'll do, I'll step out from my from that particular store. But if I buy the shoe, if I find out the right number of shoe, there are high possibilities that I buy more items like my running wear or like socks or like shoe polish, right? Because that's a human tendency. So to get this additional business, right, they want to make sure that they got every pieces in place when it comes to inventory, and they don't want to be in a scenario where there is a broken inventory, means certain items are missing. Okay, so how do we make sure that we don't get a broken inventory scenario? So what we have done, we got their data together, their POS data, their sales data, their product inventory data. We correlate with each other, and we use the data science algorithm to predict the demand of particular item in next 3-4 weeks. How do we do this? We also got their historical data for 9 years. So we prepare a trend. We analyze the current sale, whether current sale is going very well or whether it is very slow. And based on the data, we analyze that, okay, the particular item may got out of sale in next 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Now they got 3 and 4 weeks of time to decide that whether they want to order more inventory or not. And by utilizing this statistics, they make sure that there is no broken item available. So yeah, data science and machine learning is very important in today's modern analytics.
All right. You were also telling me earlier about the healthcare, right? And how you successful in that customer base, and you were telling me about this customer in a healthcare and how you solve their problems. So can you share some light on this, please?
Yeah, sure. So this is a very interesting customer, right? It's one of the ministry in Middle East. Now, what they told us that they want to save some cost. This is the end objective, right? So now we need to look at their data. We need to make sure that, like, we find out these cost leakages where they can take certain decision and they can save some cost. Now we got a generic problem, so definitely the solution should be like, we need to make sure that we got every elements which are available with them into picture, and then we correlate with each other. So we got many data sets from there, like data like, what is the clinic capacity, how many workforce they are having, what is the patient volume, what is the capacity of the, like, particular doctor in a day, how many clinics are there, what are the overhead expenses. So we got all this data and we try to correlate data with each other. So for example, in a clinic, right, if I got a total number of 14 people as a staff, so are 14 people available to cater the kind of patient volume that we are having, or we need more staff, or we need a lesser staff. So these kind of observation we can, like, we can make when we correlate data with each other. And that's where we were able to find out that, like, there are 3 dental clinics in a range of 3 to 5 kilometer of area. And what we have done, we analyzed the patient volume of these 3 clinics, we analyzed the capacity, and we also analyzed the staff number of people that working in these 3 clinics. And after analyzing, we made a decision that, okay, if they shut down 2 clinics and transfer the staff of 2 clinics to the central clinic and ask a patient to visit this central clinic only, which should not be a problem because it's like 2 kilometers away from each other, right? So without jeopardizing with patient experience, without, like, firing any staff, what we have done, we just eliminate the overhead expenses that they were incurring by just keeping 2 clinics alive, and we made them, like, save around 10 millions a year by just putting all the pieces together.
It's a good saving. Here we go. Thank you very much for sharing all of this toolkits, processes, services, and sharing the knowledge about the customer implementations. So Mitesh, thank you very much for coming on the program. So wish you all the best with your analytical projects, and looking forward to hear from you again.
Thank you, Marek, and likewise on the future. Thank you very much.